Good morning, everyone. We are so excited to have you join us today. Not only today are we going to be sharing this amazing mini quilt project that we have in store for you by Melissa. This is an Elevate box project. So if you got one of our Elevate club boxes, embroidery, ruler work, get it all, however you decided to get it, this is a project in your box. So we are going to be making the mini quilt. So that's the Shadow Dizzy Geese mini quilt block today. And Melissa is going to walk you all through it. And then we're going to make some announcements. We've got one lucky winner that has officially won well, actually three winners. Sorry about that. Three winners that won our Churn Dash challenge. So we're going to be announcing those winners here at the end of this class today. So let me go ahead and have Melissa take it away, and then we will jump in and be sharing with you who our amazing winners are. Thanks, everyone, and we'll be sharing that here shortly.
Hey friends, this is Melissa at So Steady, and we are going to get started on our mini quilt block for quarter 4. So grab your little kit and let's get started. So I thought I'd get started just kind of giving a little bit of an overview of the block that we're going to be doing, the mini block, and the Shadow Dizzy Geese pattern that we sent out. It's a fun pattern, so it's kind of a play on the Dizzy Geese, obviously quilt block, but this is called Shadow Dizzy Geese for the little pieces that are put in here to kind of give it that shadow effect. I'm assuming, I guess. Don't quote me on that, but that's my thoughts on it. So this all started with our pinwheel block set and our pinwheel book. So what you would have gotten in your club box would have been the pinwheel spark, which is kind of like a mini version of our full pinwheel book, which this is available. This I use it often. It's got so many great ideas for different quilt block patterns. And then if you're using that in conjunction with our pinwheel block set, you can come up with so many variations. So we have a couple classes out there already. I did a class last year that I think we'll be showing too for this quarter, where I dive into this a little bit more and show a little bit more designs. But these are our stash busters, essentially. They're cutting um, templates, and they are what make all the different shapes. So these are great, especially if those of you out there that don't have an AccuQuilt cutter, which I don't. I really like using our Pinwheel Stash Buster set. So this is the 12-inch set, and it's what would make all of the different shapes. And then for the Shadow Dizzy Keys, let me get there, which is going to be here. And again, we're just making 1/4 of this for our mini quilt block. So we'd just be making this quarter right here. But altogether, if you did 4 of them, obviously you would get the full 12-inch block. And these go into what exactly of the cutting tools are needed to make those shapes. So really easy to use. This is a great little diagram. Again, you have this in your Pinwheel Spark book as well. And so I was just going to talk about the templates. When you get the template set, you get more than just the ones that are used to make this. So it's kind of nice because you get so many other options as well. You'll notice I've, even when I'm cutting, I put some staple tape on the back of them just to kind of help hold them in place sometimes when I'm cutting. But it's a great set to have if you don't if you don't have it, and to get it along with the pinwheel, the full pinwheel book. Um, Again, there's just so many different quilt blocks that you can come up with, border designs. It's endless. So it's a great little tool set to have and use. A lot of fun. So what you got in your, move that out of the way, would have been pre-cuts for this. So these are all the pre-cuts that are going to be sent in your box, but these are also going to be a new die that AccuQuilt's releasing to make these pre-cuts as well. So that's kind of neat. We're excited about that. But you've already got these pre-cut with these beautiful fabrics from in the beginning. We wanted to do kind of a fall color scheme since we're in the fall right now. And then of course you got your book, which we'll be referring to. I'm putting together the little mini block. Let me get it out of there. So this is great. This has lots of ideas too on putting together different block designs, a lot of fun ones. So hope you guys get to dive into that and play around with that a little bit. Of course, this is going to be the little mini block that we're going to make. And then a package of buttons. So we'll pick a button to put on the middle. When I did my little first one, I just did the little green one in the middle. So that'll be nice. And then we're going to do this quilt design on it with some of the templates that you got. So that's what we're going to be working on today. And then this is just kind of what it looks like when you do a full 12-inch block. This was a wall hanging that I did earlier. Um, and so it's really pretty. You can see how you can play on different colors, give it a different effect. You could do less or more. It's a really fun block to put together, and it's just really stunning when you repeat it over and over. Um, Again, a lot of good ideas to do with that. So let's get started. Grab your little kit with your pre-cuts, and then we're going to go over to the sewing machine and get started putting this together. Okay, so this is going to go by really fast. These are all pre-cut. That's really nice. I love that. So we are just going to follow the instructions on the card. And again, we're only making 1 6-inch block of what would be the Shadow Dizzy Geese, which is altogether would be a 12-inch block. So if you do decide to make the full 12-inch block and you want to get the pinwheel set, I will show you when you are making the full block, you would be cutting your fabric, a couple of them in reverse. And that is because as you're working way around, they need to be cut they need to be cut the opposite way. So hopefully that makes sense. Didn't cause any confusion there. So the pre-cuts that we sent you would only be going for one way, which would work for two of them, but then the other two you would need to cut in reverse. And you would see that's what we have in our pinwheel book. Um, so like say shape F, it's saying you're going to want 4 of F and then 4 of F in reverse. And then it would show you how to put that together over on this side with um, the different shapes so that you can get that full 12-inch block down there. So hopefully that makes sense. But again, we're just doing the 1 6-inch block right now. And again, with our pre-cut. So that's a lot of fun. So we're going to take F, which is one of these. And the nice thing I like about these, or I'll tell you just so that you get the shapes, laid out correctly, I just try to look at where the angles are at. So for F, obviously you have that angle right there. So I just kind of try to match up so that I'm putting things together correctly. So you've got that little angle there. So we're going to take that along with our F, and we're going to put this first one together. So it looks like it's going to go like this, and that's the shape we're going to make. So we're going to just line up these two like that and piece those two together. Get the rest of this out of the way. And line that up. Oh, my hands aren't working today. I'll tell you, I apologize. I have my hands. I got this big old burn right here. I was making a homemade pot pie, which I've never done before. Um, and it turned out actually pretty good, but I was fiddling around with it in the oven and trying to look at my crust, and I should have just left it alone. And sure enough, I put my hand in there and burnt my hand. So that's what I get for messing around with it. All right, so I am just going to go ahead and start piecing this together. Let's just give it a little bit of a finger press here. We'll go over and really press it here in a second when we get the other ones done. So we just want to make sure that one looks like that. It does. Get rid of some of these little fraying parts of the fabric here. All right, so what's our next step? And we're going to take the orange one, it looks like, or one of A's. And we're going to put that right here. So we're going to sew that together just like that. So actually, I am going to go press this to make sure that seam is nice and flat there before we put the second one on. So I'm going to go press that and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see. We wanted this one to be like this. So we're just going to put this one back over here. All right, let's go give this one a quick press. And that'll be I'll give it a finger press here so you can see it. That's going to be our first one right there. We'll have that first one done. And look at how fast it's going to come. Okay, so the next one, we're going to take that same F and lay it out how it's like on there. And we're going to sew our, nope, it goes like this. We're going to sew that one right onto that one. Let's get that done. Tell you, I'm just not used to dealing with pre-cuts because I don't have an AccuQuilt machine, and this is just so nice. These are all just ready to go. I think I could get used to this. Okay. What I do like about our Stash Buster set, though, the pinwheel, is that you get all of them, and so you get to make probably 3 times as many designs with the actual pinwheel set, which is really nice. Okay, so let's go. So I'm going to do another orange one. I think it goes like this. Yep, can you guys see that? And we're just going to put that one over here and piece those two together. And we'll have our second piece. And having the notches too done so that you're not trying to line up all these really skinny points. That makes it so nice as well. I think it helps with accuracy. So I am going to go press that one, and our second one is done. So I'm leaving the yellow one for the middle, which is going to be this one with H. That way I have an orange, a yellow, and an orange. So when you're putting yours together, I keep that one for the yellow, the pre-cut yellow that you have. And that way you'll have the middle. Otherwise, you might have like orange, orange, and then yellow. But you could do that too if you wanted. I just wanted the yellow in the middle. So I'm going to go press this one. We'll get started on that last one. Okay, so here we have G. So it looks like we want, it's going to be kind of like this. And we're going to put this one right on this edge right here. So we're going to piece that together right there. Line up those little corners. Let's go press that one, and then we'll add our last piece on, which is our yellow A. All right, so we're going to put our yellow just like this. Piece that part on right there. Oh, my dogs have been so barky this morning. I think they've been chasing deer. It started to rain this morning, And then, of course, the deer started running around. Got my dogs all barking. Okay, this is our last piece. And then we'll have our 3 sections. We'll come back and we'll show you our 3 sections and then how we put the 3 sections together. And then that's a 6-inch block. Super, super easy. There we go. How fast was that? One little section. I do like one little tip I think really helped me is when I am doing this, especially if you're doing the full 12-inch one, is taking the time to really get the seams nice and flat. So after I press it, I do give it some time under a little clapper just to make sure those seams are nice and flat. And that just helps when you're piecing the 6 inches together, but then when you're putting together the full 12-inch, because you do have a lot of points that are to come together right here in the middle, and it will just help make those go a little bit better. So those are the 3 sections done, and we're just going to put those 3 sections together. Then we'll square it off, and then we're just going to move on to the quilting. So the quilting, that's what the quilting is going to be looking like. And I'll get those templates out, or the template out from our box, and get that all set up. But otherwise, let's get these 3 pieces together. So I'm going to start with these ones. Everything comes together nice and even. I like to get started and then kind of adjust my piece as you go. You can pin it. Maybe that might be a little better. It is kind of a longer piece. Try to hold it in place as I'm putting this one together and kind of realign it as I go if I need to. I should get my stiletto out. Get my fingers a little closer. I'm going to go press that one before we put the last one on. Okay, so a nice thing too about taking that extra time when you're pressing is that you get these points to come together really nice, and that's what you want. You want those to line up really good right there as you go all the way around. So just kind of taking that time as you piece and get things lined up. You know, you can take some time in lining those up right there first. That's really what you want to turn out correctly there, and then work on the rest of your putting the rest of it together. So that first one turned out pretty good. I'm just gonna make sure this one's lined up as well. With the difference of it being even on the top, but also making sure I've got those two. And again, sometimes I like to just take a few stitches, get it started, and then I can kind of manipulate it as I go down if I need to. And that way it holds the fabric for me, and I can just kind of make sure I've got those where I want them. Hopefully that one's all right. Looks like it might be a little off, but we'll see when we get it all pressed there. All right, let's go press it and we'll take a look. Okay, so I have it all squared up there. It's at 6 inches, and it came together really nice. All the points look really good. So we're going to put some batting and get the backing laid out. You have the backing that was included as well, should be the yellow. And then we're going to get started on our quilting. But that is how fast and easy that came together. right, so I apologize. I did the whole quilting on this and I didn't have my mic turned on. So I didn't want to not show you the video of it. So I just added some music in there so you didn't have this long, quiet section of showing how to do that. But just so we're clear, because you kind of missed it when I was going over it, there are 3 little etched lines on the template. And the middle line, you're going to line up with the crosshair squares that you drew. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start on one. So see if that was lined up with my crosshair, like right here. You're going to start right here. You're going to go and you're going to stop at the other one, and then you're going to rotate. So needle down, rotate to your next line. You're going to start again, go around, stop, rotate, and keep going all the way around. And it just goes really fast, making those little circles. Super cute. And as far as our strand of pearls line, we do have bigger pearls. So these are the 1/2 inch. There's also 1-inch pearls and then bigger size templates as well to make a bigger circle. So that is how that is done. How easy is that is done. I apologize. I did not have my sound on. I just got some new cameras and new microphone, and I'm still kind of getting used to it all, but hopefully it just helps make the picture better and the sound better, of course, when I have the microphone on. So that was a strand of pearls that we're going to make there, and then now we're going to do the wreath. So you notice on the template there's the 2 different holes for rotating. We're going to use the one that's closer now for the wreath. That's going to bring us inside a little bit. That's what we want. And now on the wreath, you see there's an A, an A1, and a B. So I believe what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting at A, we're going to go down to B, and then back up to A1, stop with needle down, then we're going to rotate. And that is how we're going to make the wreath design. So let's get started on that. And we're just going to work our way around. So we're going to go to A to B and then stop it back at A1. And that's going to give us a part of our wreath design. I'm going to go down here, go down to B, then back up to A1. Then we're going to stop, needle down, and then we're going to go ahead and rotate to our next line. Just notice my crosshair lines are a little off, so hopefully that doesn't make my wreath come out incorrectly, but I guess we'll find out. So let's keep going. Nothing to do about it now. We'll just keep stitching it out. So what will happen if my crosshair lines are a little off, it'll just make that last wreath like a different size, like it won't quite fit in there correctly, which we don't want, but sometimes if I'm not paying attention when I'm drawing my crosshair lines, I'll get one that's a little off, and then you don't notice until you start stitching it. So this one goes really fast too, so nice rotating template. Makes a great little wreath design. These come in different sizes as well. We're going to come back up, stop at A1, and rotate again. Easy peasy. I just love rotating templates. I love the designs that they do. They're easy to use. Anyways, they're just some of my favorites. The wreaths, the spin effects, they're all pretty great templates. I think this one goes pretty fast too. And I believe this wreath comes in different sizes as well. So if you want bigger than the 3.5 inch that we got in the box, there's different sizes that you can get. Again, that thread is showing up really nice. We were a little worried at how well the thread was going to show up because of all of the colors of the fabric. We really wanted some bright fall colors. So then it was kind of hard to choose a thread color that was going to show up. We wanted all our quilting designs to show up. And I think this one turns out really good. I think it's a nice color. It's almost like a fluorescent green a little bit. there's the wreath design. That's all done. I got a little bungalow over there, right there where my top thread got a little messed up, but otherwise it's really pretty design. I like it. Super easy to come together. And now we're just gonna do the echo. Echo is pretty easy too. Let's see, where's the echo? Oh, right here. So the echo is this little section right here. And just want to make sure I'm putting it in the right spinning hole here. I think it's that one. Correct. Yeah. So you can see how it lines up like right there. It goes right into the middle. So we're just going to create a little echo all the way around. And I believe we're just going to start, go, stop, rotate, start, go, stop, rotate, and go all the way around. Done. The larger sizes come with echoes too, so that's kind of nice. So it does give a nice little extra touch if you're wanting to do an echo. You don't always have to do an echo, but if you're wanting to fill in a little bit more space. There, I hit my next line, so just gonna go next little stitch here, and then cut my there. And there we go. There's our echo all the way around. That is the quilting plan for that little block. Looks good. So easy, easy, easy. Let's go press this, and then we're gonna put the backing as the binding, and then put our little button there in the middle, and call her done. Here's the mini quilt block all done. I love the little buttons we included. I picked this one again. I liked how it matched the wreath that we did in the center too. So anyways, there we go. I hope you guys get to have some fun putting this one together. And also, if you don't have the Pinwheel Stash Buster set in our Pinwheel book, definitely check it out. Again, there's so many different designs that you can do, especially with the entire Stash Buster Pinwheel set. So the entire set is what will give you all of the different blocks and designs that you can do. And then the Pinwheel book will give you all of those ideas and all of the inspiration of the different blocks and how to put together the different shapes. But anyways, this one is a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and are enjoying quarter 4. And we'll see you next time.
Great. Thank you so much, Melissa. That was amazing. Really fun to see how that block comes together. I will tell you, as we were jumping into that block, we thought, well, this is going to be a little bit more intimidating than some of the other blocks we've done. But I had to go and piece it out myself. And I was like, okay, this was not as difficult. I think when you break it up into those sections, it comes together and it makes a lot of sense. We did in our Elevate boxes this quarter, we did do all of those pre-cuts, and we did do them with that AccuQuilt die that is releasing on November 11th. But we are taking pre-orders. So if there's anyone that has an interest in getting that die as soon as possible, we have the opportunity to get some early. And so we would be able to ship as soon as they go live. So let us know, and we're happy to help you with that. You can contact us or any AccuQuilt dealer near you and get those pre-orders. So I promised that I would be sharing our amazing Churn Dash winners. So every single quarter, we love to do a little challenge based on the block of the quarter. So this quarter, we are highlighting our Churn Dash challenge. And so we do have three different places that we went ahead and highlighted. And so before we go there, I actually thought maybe I should go over. Um, well, first I'll show you the winners, and then we can go ahead and look at all of the participants because we had some amazing entries. And so let's go ahead and jump over here really quick, and we will share with you who our winners are. So, Joyce Runyon, you did amazing, and you certainly had some really a lot of fun with that churn dash. This is Okay, so I thought I would add some fun music to that for everyone. So our lucky winners, Joyce, you did take first and second place. This is not like our Westerly by Me challenge where we try to only, to separate it out. This is solely based on votes, and she did have the top two votes in that. Oh, you didn't get the music. Well, that's a bummer. Sorry, guys. It was really fun. I'll be posting this onto our So City page for the Churn Dash Challenge, so you'll be able to listen to the audio there. um, but yes, Joyce created a Halloween-inspired churn dash mini quilt block by 36 by 36 and then she added in that spider-friendly designs, which were so fun. And then, of course, she did the Angie Atwood Delectably Dashing. Absolutely love that, and I absolutely loved how many people got in there, did that project, did that pattern that was in our third quarter box and really had some fun with those designs. So really, really fun to see Joyce pull that out. And then of course, Patricia did as well. So we appreciate all of you for participating with us in our Churn Dash Challenge. And just so you know, we do have an amazing opportunity coming up. We're going to be doing our Westerly by Me. That's our Westerly by Me calendar contest, and that is happening. We're going to be kicking that off here in the next week or two. So please think about everything you've created this year so far. We would love to see all of your entries and get you in our 2026 calendar. So I know we've had so many amazing entries and shares on our Westerly by Me page. If you are not there, please, please, please get on that page and share because the inspiration is just so fun to see, and we would love to have you in our calendar. So we'll be posting the calendar contest here shortly, and we'll be doing a lot of reminders for you here, and then of course on the Westerly by Me page. But we look forward to having you be part of all of our contests. So look for that opportunity here shortly. Now, finally, we do have a couple of contests still on our blog. So if we head over to our blog here at sosteady.com, let's go ahead and check it out and see what we got going on. So the way to find all of what we got going on in the blog area is just to go to the So Steady page and then click blog. And on here, you're going to see the amazing fall partner giveaway. So this is the current contest that I think that you would definitely want to take part in. This is where you're going to go ahead and let us enter into winning these amazing fall partners. We've got a sewing machine. We've got an AccuQuilt Go die. We've got the amazing projects that we're highlighting this quarter, from pillow projects to these really fun Aster and Anne projects by Wonderful. We've got these awesome bags by Go Notions. So check it out, enter to win. You don't even have to, give us a gorgeous quilt for this one. And then we'll be doing our Westerly by Me challenge here shortly. But let's head over to our blog for the Churn Dash Challenge. And since this is officially closed, let's see. Oh no, it said it's ended. So I won't be able to share with everyone all of the amazing entries because the Churn Dash Challenge is officially ended. But we did have some really, really awesome entries. And I'm going to tell everyone that entered into this challenge and the other challenges and anything that you've shared this year, get those in our Westerly by Me contest for 2026 calendar. We would love to have you participate. So, again, thank you so much, everyone. We look forward to having you continue to share and enjoy all of our amazing education. And we'll look forward to seeing you in our next lives. Please join us tomorrow. We've got the amazing Anne coming back for a Stitch in Time. Anne joins us once a month and she shares with us her amazing talents. She'll be continuing her journey of her club box project. She's got butterflies, she's got all kinds of fun things going on that. And she'll be finishing that up with some borders using our newest rulers. So thank you. Join us tomorrow at 1 p.m. for that. And we'll hopefully see y'all next week. And we can't wait to see what you have going on our Westerly by Me. Have a wonderful day, everyone.